Hello, this is Nikki in Niagara coming to you from Niagara Falls, Canada. And today I have a belated unboxing for you. This is the Japan Ramen box. They wonderfully contacted me back in January asking if I would be interested in sampling and reviewing one of their subscription boxes. And since I love ramen, I thought I would say yes, which I did. But then unfortunately the box arrived the day before I left to go to Calgary for a month where my father was ill. So got back, and then my son and I started trying out the ramen. I ate more than he did, but the ones that he ate, we tasted each other's. So this is a box you get. It's pretty big because you get a good selection of ramen. We got 7, I believe, in this box. So I don't know if there's different sizes or anything like that, but I will be leaving a link to the website down below for you to check it out. Now this was absolutely wonderful because where I live we don't have an Asian store. So the only ramen that we can get are the little tiny packets. Little tiny packets here of pork, chicken, vegetable, beef, or shrimp. End of story. So yeah, they get boring after a while. These are not boring. There are all sorts of flavors and everything in here, and it was wonderful to be able to try all these different ones. Now, they didn't, there's no hint in here which says which box it is, but I'm assuming it's January since I got it just at the beginning of February. I'm in Canada, and we get a thank you and welcome letter with just information about the company and their social media on it. Then we get a list of what's in the box, and it tells you all about the flavor of what you're going to eat and where it comes from. And then they also have a how to make for each one. Pretty much ramen is made the same way, but every now and then there was one that was a little bit different, so it's certainly handy to have this on hand. Now I'm absolutely thrilled with this subscription. I thought it was I keep saying absolutely, but it's the word that wants to come out because they were delicious. I loved them. So far what I had, I thought they were all wonderful, except for one, which was edible, but a bit beyond my taste buds. So let's have a look at what we got. We'll do the packages first. So we got this one right here, which is called, and I am going to butcher all the names on these. There's no English on the packages. It's just on here. This is called Muka Shinaga Rano Tonkotsu, which literally means good old Totsu ramen. We used to find it at supermarkets, but now it is hard to find it here. The taste is very simple but rich. I recommend to add some vegetables. Now, I really liked this. I thought it had a nice flavor. It was mild, a teensy weensy little bit too salty for me, but it didn't bother me much. So it was a winner, this one here. Then we had this one right here, which is called Nishin Ramen Yasen Asahikakawa Shoyu. And this is a soy sauce based soup. Ashikawa is located in Hokkaido, and this is Hokkaido limited flavor. Konbu and wheat used in the ramen are produced in Hokkaido. This one my son had, and he loved it, and he gave me a taste of it, and it was very, very nice. Not too strong and just perfect saltiness. It had a piece of pork in it, so it was pork flavored. Okay, now the next one, the packaging looks a bit the same, but it's not. It is this one is called Ramen Yasen Sapporo Miso Aji. Sorry for my pronunciation. This is a miso-based ramen from Sapporo, Hokkaido. Miso ramen is a specialty from Hokkaido again. Ramen Yasen series is very popular in Japan. Once you taste it, you might get addicted. And this was very good. It had little peas and actually I think it had onions and corn in the seasoning package. And this one again is pork based, and it was really good. This one was absolutely delicious. My son and I both tasted this one and kind of shared it. The last packet is one I haven't eaten yet, and this is, find it, this is Menno Sano, okay, I'm going to try and do better. This is Menno Sanaoshi Shio Ramen. Shio basically means salt, so it's salt ramen. Shio ramen is a traditional ramen in Japan. It might be saltier than other flavors. Soup is very light and clear and very easy to drink. If you like simple taste soup, you will definitely love it. Now I will say it was a very simple, fine flavor, but it was way, 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 way too salty for me. I managed to eat it all, but yeah, I needed a huge drink of water afterwards. This is not one I would have again. And unfortunately, well, actually, I am going to have this one again because I have it here. They actually sent us two of this same flavor, one in a big bowl, which I'm going to show you in a minute, and one in the packaging. I ate the one in the bowl. Now when I make this one, I'm only going to add half the packet of the seasoning and see if that tones down the salty taste. Then I think I'll like it quite well. So that was 1, 2, 3, that's 4 packages, and now we get 7 bowls. And I've just told you this was a second salt soup one, and I told you my view on that. Now this is the one that I had last night, and I forgot to save the lid for it, so I'm showing you the empty bowl here. Nothing fancy on the front, but this one is Maruchan Torigara Shayoyu. This is ramen with a chicken broth soup with soy sauce flavor. Maruchan ramen is famous for non-fried noodles. They developed noodles based on its flavor, so the noodle goes very well with the soup. Enjoy the soup to the last drop. Now, this was delicious. I absolutely loved this. There was a piece of seaweed to put in it as a final garnish, which I skipped because I don't like seafood at all. But it was really, really good. And I did notice a difference in the noodles compared to the other ramen that I'd eaten. It was hard to explain. If you just know the texture of normal ramen noodles, this was just somehow different. I'm not sure if I would have noticed if I hadn't read that it said that there were a different kind of noodle in here, but I did. And finally, one that we haven't tried yet, which we are quite excited about, and this is a really big bowl here, and this one is called Ippudo Akamaru Tonkotsu, and it's pork based. This is a popular instant noodle from a famous ramen store in Japan called Ippudo. If you are a Japanese ramen fan and traveled to Japan, you might have heard about this restaurant. This instant noodle can be found only at 7-Elevens in Japan. Now, isn't that interesting? This is like 7-Eleven ramen. The best thing about this ramen is that it tastes pretty close to the one you eat at the restaurant. Hope you will enjoy this tasty Ippudo ramen. Now, this is pork based, and they say it's basically like North American ramen that you would get at the restaurant. So I am sure I'm going to like this, and I'm looking forward to eating that. So altogether, that's 7. All kind of different, but they all seem to kind of have a simple flavor and salt as kind of like the theme keeping them all together. I don't know if they do themes like that and try and have them all kind of come from the same taste family or not. But I was immensely thrilled with this, loved it, and would definitely be excited about getting ramen every month to eat. So yes, this is a winner. I will leave the link down below so that you can go check them out. They are Japan Ramen Box, and if you made it this far in my video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe down below and ring the bell, and then you will know what happens as I get up to my further adventures. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.